What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about the idea of starting an online business and why I think you should start an online business. And we'll also talk about kind of the risk of not starting an online business to kind of give you some things to think about and weigh in your mind before you really make a decision. But before we really get into that, I want to give you my free guide called How to Make Money, not how to make money, how to make money as a composer in 2020 and beyond. And it basically outlines the step-by-step framework that I'm using to basically turn my skills and passions into a passive income stream, into an online business that will support me and allow me to work on things that I care about and spend the time with the people I care about the most. The things I love doing are songwriting, arranging, composing, doing some education like this, all that stuff. But it's hard to do it when you don't have the sufficient funds and financial means to spend time doing that. So this guide will basically give you an overview of the path that you can follow in order to get from there to where you want to be. So again, it's totally free. If you want to click the first link in the box below, it'll take you straight there. And without further ado, let's talk about why it's a good idea to start an online business. So I think a lot of us are currently working a job or are in a career where that's kind of like our primary source of income, right? Or even our only source of income. And that can be really dangerous because what if that source of income dries up or is stopped completely? Then you're actually in a place where you're maybe hung out to dry, or you don't have sufficient funds coming in. And then that can be a very stressful time for your life and on your family or the people you're supporting, even if you're just living by yourself, right? And so starting an online business or an additional business is a good idea because it diversifies your income stream. It will add at least one additional income stream to your portfolio or to your life, right? And so there's many ways you can start an online business, but the concept of adding value to the world and just making a difference, talking and sharing about the things that you care about the most, I mean, that for me is reason enough to kind of jump in and build something, right? And so naturally that turns us into an entrepreneur, someone who wants to make a difference in the world and solve a problem. And we can all do that to some degree because, the things that we're good at or the things that come naturally to us might not necessarily come naturally to other people. And so the thing is, we can take, heart in the fact that what we do is valuable to some people. The skills that we have, the talents that we have, they are valuable to other people. Maybe not everyone, but the people that, the people you're trying to market to, the people who you want to sell your services to, these are the people that will eventually hire you for the work that they need done. And so if you're just stuck in a career that you hate, or even it's just a 9-to-5 that you don't really care about, but the money is good, you're kind of stuck in a weird situation where that the money is good and it supports your family, but at the same time, you're not getting personal fulfillment out of that career. And there's really no worse feeling than that, feeling trapped and stuck in something you don't want to be doing. That's really sad. And I know that feeling myself because, especially in my first couple of years of teaching, let's say piano, I kind of stemmed from the fact that I never really enjoyed performing classical music that much. Even though I love to perform on stage and I had fun competing in festivals and all of that, my true passion was never realized until I started to write songs and compose music, do mock-ups and stuff like that. Because I felt like I was actually creating something to share to the world rather than recreating something that was already existing. So that kind of bled over into piano teaching, where it's if I'm teaching the same piece over and over, and especially if the student doesn't want to be there, and they don't have the passion for it, then it's like we're both wasting our time, right? They're wasting their time because they don't want to be there. I'm wasting my time because I could be helping them, or I could be helping you, for example. I could be making more content, for example, and doing other things to help the world doing what I enjoy the most, right? So anyway, starting a business, doing something you enjoy and can see yourself doing for a long time, that is something that I think is worth pursuing and worth considering when you are thinking about whether to start an online business or not. So yeah, the pros I would say are just the fact that, of course, you can earn an additional income stream, which can be lucrative and can be very consistent if you are willing to put in the work to do it. And it should become easier for you because it's in something that you enjoy as well. Like for me, I enjoy doing content on orchestration tutorials, music theory, analysis breakdowns, sample library reviews, like all that stuff. And that allows me to create a living in the back end, selling online courses and my membership. And so that's the path I've chosen. That's the path I'm committed to. And I really enjoy it because it allows me to help the world and also help people who want exclusive access to me and want further, I guess, personalized coaching, you could say, because I can help them further because they've paid for specific access to me, right? Whereas like free content, you can absolutely leave a comment, and I love to engage with you in the comments, but it's not the exact same thing, right? It's less access, for example. And also courses provide you like a start to finish, like A to Z kind of pathway from where you are to where you want to be. So I enjoy that type of thing, and it gives me fulfillment because I know that I'm actually helping people do what they want to do. If I was just teaching piano for my whole life and teaching the same classical pieces over and over, I think I would go crazy. Like I would literally drive myself nuts because I'd be like, what am I doing with my life? Like, yeah, sure, I might be helping a few people play piano better, but it's not giving me personal fulfillment, and that could be affecting the way I help them as well because I'm not totally invested in what they're doing. Now, that's not to say that there are not moments where I do enjoy teaching piano. I absolutely do. There are some students who love to be there and they just play. They show improvements every time they practice and all of that, and it makes the whole experience so much fun. But of course, there are specific moments where you don't enjoy as well, naturally. So let's talk about the risk of not starting an online business. First of all, you are depriving the world of what you have to offer. Okay, so let's say we're in a similar field, right? We're both composers here. So I'm creating content, sure, but you could also create content about your skills and your knowledge and expertise, and that will naturally be different to mine, right? Like we're not going to produce the exact same piece of content. There's no way that we could take the exact same piece of content or the exact same concept and explain it in the exact same way. We're naturally different people, and so there's always room for an additional voice to reach more people and get more people involved in what we enjoy doing. So first of all, you can be depriving the world of what you have to offer and the special skills that you have. And of course, you are it's more risky to not start a second business and to not have an additional income stream, because literally if your first one dries up and if your only one dries up, then you are left with no options. You might have to go bankrupt, you might have to dip into personal savings, emergency funds, borrowing, lending, whatever it is. That's really scary, right? So the risk of that is definitely something that I think will push a lot of people to even consider just starting an online business, doing something that they enjoy. So that being said, what are a couple of ways you can actually start your online business? Well, first of all, you want to determine what your service is or what you want to sell, basically. Because business is about helping other people, but how can you help other people and make money from it? So what services or what products are you going to sell? If you want to be a freelancer, then naturally you might want to sell your services in the form of, let's say, doing orchestrations for other people, doing mockups, doing mixing, mastering, and you can charge rates for that, right? Another way is teaching, consulting, right? So you can go do one-on-one with clients and they can hire you for your expertise and coaching. And then there's also building digital products and memberships. Again, this is what I do primarily. Excuse me. And I really enjoy it because it's scalable and it allows me to focus on my front-facing content as well, which is for you, my public content, because I already have a foundation set up in the back end. And then that all kind of ties back to how do you get traffic to that content, and that's through content and making connections with other people. So maybe you're not even an extrovert, but you can always go into Facebook groups, you can always go into Discord or other places where there's people who you want to work with. You can introduce yourself and offer to do sample work for people for free, and that will give them a taste of what you have to offer, and then that can lead to further relationships where they might hire you in the future. So it's interesting. There's lots of ways to monetize your skills, but the whole concept of being willing to start an online business and putting yourself out there is something that I think is scary for a lot of people, but I think it's worth it because not only are you benefiting yourself, but you're benefiting the world at the same time. And there really is no better feeling than knowing that you're making a difference in the universe, in the world, on the earth, to other people. And going on a platform like YouTube, for example, is great because it's exponential. Like you can literally watch this video almost everywhere in the world except places that ban YouTube. But hey, it's worth it, you know? It's better to have something out there than to not have something out there, in my opinion. Even if you don't think it's very good, even if it's amateur, but still, it's something. It's better than nothing. Okay? So again, the pros of starting an online business: you earn an additional income stream that allows you to have more freedom in your life. And number two, it allows you to help the world doing what you enjoy the most, sharing your skills, your passions, teaching people, freelancing, right? These are all ways to earn an income doing what you love. And the risk of not starting is the opposite. You have less income streams. So naturally, if you have, hard times, then you're more stressed and more pressure. And also you're robbing the world of your skills and your passions, and you're not helping them with what you could be helping them with. And for me, those two reasons alone are enough to kind of light a fire under me and make me want to actually do content, make me actually want to help you with your music in a scalable and effective way. So anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you a couple of ideas. And let me know in a comment below if you've actually considered either of these. If you've considered this option of starting an online business, and if you don't have one yet, maybe why you haven't started one. Maybe you just haven't considered it, or maybe you have, but maybe you're thinking like you don't have enough time, or you just don't have the means to do it. But I can guarantee you that uploading content, all it takes is a camera or like a screen recording software. It takes your phone, if you want to record yourself, and let's say a microphone. You can get all that for like under $50. So there really is no excuse there. Anyway, it's worth it, I think. But yeah, let me know if you've thought about doing that in a comment below. And also, if you don't have the free guide on how to make money as a composer in 2020 and beyond, and you want to understand my exact framework of how I'm building this online business, then download the guide in the description box below. It's totally free, and it'll take you through the exact framework that I'm following to, again, build an income stream to support what I want to do the most and help you at the same time. So thank you so very much. I'll catch you in the next video, and take care, my friend. Bye-bye.